Greetings and welcome in to episode 5 of my Mars normal playthrough on Stationeers. Sorry, man, just a little bit, a couple seconds behind. The other computer was not cooperating. So we got her now, though. So, kind of a recap from yesterday. Took the whole episode, all 2 hours of it. But we got the solar tracking done. And I'll kind of walk you through for those that missed it. Uh, it was an honest, what do you call it? uh, Moment of forgetfulness when I wired in the logic math unit. So we can take you to that and do a quick overview. I think today's goal is going to be definitely water because I've used the last of our supplied water containers from the starting supplies that we get with our lander. So let's get to it, man. Here we go, episode 5. And off camera, I did do some mining too. So we got plenty of copper and gold. I think that was all I grabbed. But if we plan on doing any building today, we're probably gonna end up having to go get some iron and coal and melt some steel. But yesterday was a success. We're now tracking the sun, so we should have a better power window. As you can see right here, we're fully charged and producing power, man. So, looks like we're good on food and water. Got my suit on. Batteries are good. Move all this crap over here. Turn that off for now. We can actually swap that out. Um, so, we'll go outside real quick. We'll take a look at that after I close my shit. Take a look and I'll show you what I did. This will be about noon ish. So, in yesterday's episode, actually, I need my light back on. Yesterday's episode, we kind of changed out our regular cable for heavy cable, so we don't have to worry about blowing cable. In fact, yesterday's episode, we did. We blew a cable here, and I think somewhere over here. But anyway, so we changed those out and hooked them up, and we're good to go. Here's our solar tracking setup. This is our sensor, daylight sensor, which picks up the sun and its angle and the irradiance, which is how much wattage the sun's producing currently. Right, shows the horizontal and vertical angle there. This is our horizontal reader, which is getting the horizontal angle from the sun, and then we're just batch riding that angle to each solar panel. And as you can see, the sun's going down too, and then this one is sitting in front of it, so it's getting a bit of a shadow. But you see the efficiency on the panel in front there? Yeah. The higher the efficiency, the better off we are. And then here's the vertical setup. We got the vertical reader, right? Getting the vertical angle from the daylight sensor. And then we're taking the differential, right, is 90 because this is laying flat and we need the vertical angle on it. And then, so we're just taking that horizontal angle, the 90-degree offset, into the, subtracting it, I believe, or adding it. So adding the 90-degree offset to that, right? And then we're sending it out to the batch writer, which then translates that new vertical angle to each of the solar panels. So what happened yesterday was had to do a little bit of troubleshooting when we set all this up. I hadn't labeled these. Like these were still their default names. So I went inside, grabbed the labeler. This is our horizontal, right? And this is our vertical. And I just named down those. And then I forgot to hook this in. So once we hooked that up and renamed them, this started working wonderfully. So, uh, future plan is probably to space these out a little bit, so we're not casting a shadow on that panel there. And then just keep building and forgetting, man. The more power, or the faster we need those batteries charged, the more panels we can put up to supplement that. So let's see what we need to get some water going because we're hurting, right? I'd really like to set this up, but after the water. Oh, unlocking. Probably gonna have to build some stuff. I got one bottle there. And we can keep these. Like, I'll probably just keep two, maybe three, because we're going to be able to refill those shortly. The rest of these we can junk. We'll throw them, like, in the furnace or something, as long as the flash point or ignition point is higher than what these are. So, clean out this locker space. As you can see, I went and got some more copper and gold. Can smelt that stuff later. But water, man, water. We need water. 94%. We're gonna need. I knew I should have went and got silicone because for the insulated pipes, because I got to go through the wall, right? Because it's not that, not that. Yeah, the water bottle billet has to be mounted on a frame or some kind of support. So, I hate to do it to you guys. We're probably gonna have to go get some silicone. I need room. I wonder, can we print out? Or do we need the manufactory? You know what? Let's just see what it takes for that manufactory. 10 copper. Gold there. Gold. We could do it the easy way. What do you think? We set this up already, I think. No, we didn't. That's something else I can do. But, there. Does it turn on at least? No. That's something else we can do. Lock. No. Close. Then lock. Water, though. Water first. Water first. Water first. We're going to do the tool manufacturer just so I can print a bag, extra bag for ores and stuff. J. And I believe I may have to turn it on. Tool belt. Nope, it's on. Just activate it. Just burn out enough copper for what we need. Might even print another locker, man. Kind of running out of room here. And it's nice. I discussed in one of my previous videos that usually I have all my manufacturers and stuff outside, but we've got them in here. It is kind of nice because you can come in and take your suit off and be working. You're not decreasing your hygiene. And we went over that in the last episode. As you can see, we're actually warming up in here, which is fun because we can drop that two ways. The quick way to do it right now, and we need the atmosphere anyway, is to cool it off with ice, and that'll also increase the pressure. But it'll also cool it down in here. And it only did that because my hands were full. So that's something else we'll have to do, is cool this room off. Let's go. Ooh, yeah, you don't want that in here. There we go. So if you look, it almost did it. If we can get that above 50, preferably, I don't know, I'd say 60 or higher, but no higher than 100, we'll have ideal pressure for our plants. Is copper done? All right. And where did we need this? In here. Tool. Build one of those. Nice thing is we're shooted up, so if we need the extra power, we can just toss some coal in. Oh, where are we gonna put that bad boy? See, this is my pipe bender. We could put it. I mean, this water setup, honestly, is gonna be temporary. So we could put it right over here. Let us move this. Ugh. Come on. Actually, we'll put this right here. Yeah. And then we can move this. Let's move this kind of right here. Like that. And we'll put that tool manufacturer on this back wall, maybe. Man, where am I going to put my door for this? Should put the door right there. For the greenhouse, you know? We could. What is this, the pipe bender? We could move this. Stacker's gonna be there. We can move this to like here and bring it. Yeah, we could move it to the middle. Stacker's gonna be right here. I wonder if I can get in there. What I'm thinking about doing is maybe moving this even just half a block over and then putting it right behind here. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to walk through. And without building that stacker, I don't know. I think that stacker only comes to about right here. But that's kind of a narrow P-way. So, let us just take care of that. Hand drill to deconstruct. Angle grinder to deconstruct. Wire cutters to deconstruct. What? Angle grinder again. And a wrench. Okay. Gonna move this. I honestly think just half a block over. Really. Right? So not here where it was, but right here. Like that. Or do we want to move it even more forward? Right. Like that, maybe? That should give us room, huh? Because that stacker's going to be there. We can walk around. Yeah, I think that'll work, man. That'll work. And then this building's basically going to become our workshop, you know? And it's daylight. You know what we need to do, though? While we have that daylight? I hate to say it. We are going to go mining. Apologies, I didn't think about this yesterday off stream when I went and got the copper and gold, so... We just gotta find some silicon. Ugh. I don't normally do this, folks, so forgive me. We're gonna put some floorage down. I'm usually really organized. And then this, actually, we can restage it to... here. Get that out of our inventory. Alright. 1, 3. Close helmet. Lock helmet. Let's actually check that battery. 65%. We got a spare. We did that last episode. Go get some... Try and do your mining it during the day so that you can see. I mean, you can see at night we got those road clears, but I would say try to keep it during the day. Need to cancel this. We'll get our ice belt. I'm actually going to put that there. And, man, yeah, just be careful when you do this. I have thrown my ice bag into this furnace, right? And the outcome was not very good. So I try to keep my bag in my inventory and do all my splitting here. So with silicon, I don't think we need much heat. Oh, need the ingot now. Go back. Ingots. Silicon. We do. 900K. Okay, so we'll try... we did last time. We need to do like 6 and 3. So let's try... what's the temp outside? 2 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's melting before I can get it in there. Damn. Alright. Probably 3. 1, 2, 3. That did not work. 1, 2, 3. I'm wasting ice. 1, 2, 3. Click. Error. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Throw that in. Plus 1. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I'll release some of that pressure. Oh, we need 900, don't we? That might make it. But we're going to lose that temperature when we throw something in. So we'll just do 1, 2, and 1. There we go. Hmm. Do we want to do more? You know what? We probably should, just so we have it. What do you think? Why not? And if we have any extra heat, we could actually just keep it going, man. Let's go with some gold. And some copper. I think that's alright for now, huh? Grab this. Grab that. Close that. Close. You doofus. Okay, close that. Close that. We're not mining. There. We'll close that. Perfect. Unlock and oh, running out of room, running out of room. So put this in here, we'll put that in there. Ooh, you know what we could do? We can get rid of some of these. I need that in over there. I'm sorry, I'm usually neater than this. Okay, we're gonna get rid of some of these, just to make some room. Oh, wish I had more room. Anyway. Whoop.
Low pressure.
Yeah. So in a pinch, this furnace is also an incinerator. Right? It won't give you anything. It's just gonna delete it. See? As long as I believe, man, how did I check that before? I want to say it was. It's not bottle, is it? Yeah, water bottle. Whoops. Water bottle. Auto ignition temperature, as long as it's 573 degrees Kelvin, or even 373, it looks like. Right? Anything higher than that, which is what we have, it'll just incinerate. And then I want to keep 3, so we'll actually get rid of these 2 as well. That'll free up some space. Pressure's coming down. It was 13. Okay. There we go. That looks neat and tidy, huh? Put up there. Take this off. Take that off. Alright, what do we need? Oh, you know what? In order to stop time, I think I went into... I thought that reset. Give me a sec. Difficulty... Normal. I was noticing my food and drink wasn't going down. we still have water though? I got a little bit. Alright. Light. There. So, to build this up, we need a welding torch and 2 iron sheets. Gonna get warm in here again.
Temperature high.
Plus, not to mention the gas that we just released into here. Okay. And no, we need cable coil. I believe it's going to be a welding torch and plastic sheets. Yeah.
Temperature high.
Ugh.
Toxin detected.
We're going to have to... Yep. So you hear that? Toxin detected. So that means that pollutant is climbing to noticeable levels. We'll take care of that. We got a scrubber that we can use. And I believe the screwdriver's next. Yep. So now we got our pipe bender back up. And hopefully in the place we need it. So we'll go this way. See the level. I think we're good though. Now we can deposit that silicon into there and the gold, because when you disassemble a machine like that, if there's anything in there, it'll get rid of it, right? So you don't accidentally delete it. I believe we're going to need plastic sheets eventually. So for the tool manufactory, iron sheets, pretty sure we don't have any of those. Is that garbage? Yeah, we can incinerate that later. No, I don't believe we do. I'll have to make some. Just 2, I believe, actually. So remember what I said in one of the previous episodes. You can look at the different stages. So we're making that tool manufactory. And this is what you're going to need, right? 2 iron sheets, 4 cable coil, and 2 plastic sheets. Well, we've got everything but the iron sheets. So, eat. I wonder if I'm gonna do further damage getting back into my suit. Might need more cable. Yeah. Ta-da! Just need more cable to wire it up. And then water right now is our priority, guys. So, but what we can do is we can kind of do some other quality of life improvements once we get that up. You know, like putting a stacker on these so they're not crapping these things on the floor all the time. Light, you know. $18. Okay. This is going to be nice. This thing is going to make your life easier too. And I'll show you why. In just a second. There. So, this, man, I love this thing too. Here's the stuff that you can print. You ever crack your suit beyond repair, you can make another one, you know, gas mask, like say, so, oh yeah. Can I pause this while we're looking through this? I don't think we can. There's another way to do it. Let me turn this off. Escape, F1. Okay, so we're paused, right? So that gas mask, check this out. Mask. Okay, so that gas mask, right? Say we build our greenhouse, you know, off this room, and then like, I don't know. This is the workshop. Go greenhouse. We could actually go base, then greenhouse. Either way you go, right? You could place a gas mask. There's a holder for it too, I believe. Anyway, there's like a device you can hang your gas mask in. Okay, so if you were to go into your greenhouse, which we're gonna do, it's gonna be different atmosphere, right? We're gonna take Mars's atmosphere, right? We're gonna filter out the pollutant, and that's gonna be our greenhouse room atmosphere. Okay, so if we're connected to the base, we don't have to go outside. We could put that gas mask on because that gas mask, it's got filter slots, right? So whatever's in that atmosphere, Mars's atmosphere, we've actually got our helmet down. We're gonna filter out the pollutant, so that pollutant won't be existent in our greenhouse. But we still gonna have carbon dioxide, right? And that's not good for us. The oxygen is. And if I understand it correctly, we could actually use that gas mask to filter out the CO2 and the nitrogen, and that way we'd be breathing the oxygen. That's how it works. I don't know. I haven't used it yet. So we can try it, man. We'll give it a shot. But it's another option. Turn that off first. Right, so we'd never have to use our suit unless we wanted to go outside. Anyway. Yeah, the hard mining backpack. See, it's steel and Invar. Invar is one of the alloys. Of course, steel is too, but a headlamp. You know, there's all kinds of neat stuff. You can replace your jetpack. These, I like these. These are large containers for mining, and we're actually gonna wrong hand placement. We're actually gonna steal some iron. Actually, do we have any? No. Where's our mining belt? Yeah, okay. Next time. We'll have to get some iron. A mining belt, or a mining backpack. You can make the mining belt. I don't have the DLC for these. You can replace your helmet, make another tool belt, chem lights, dirt ore canisters. So if you're mining that first layer of dirt, how I say to keep kind of looking around, you can actually collect that dirt. And I believe, can we make it now? Or is it at the bottom? Yeah, yeah, those take alloys though. But I believe that terrain manipulator will kind of be able to fix our holes. So you can make tools. I do want to make this, but we don't have the alloys yet. That's just a battery powered welder. No more polluting our atmosphere if we have to weld inside, you know. But you can replace all your tools. There's a pneumatic mining drill. I think we can make the heavy yet. I think that's an alloy. Yeah. But cool stuff, man. We had some iron I'd actually make a backpack. And then these are the paint colors, right? Remember I was talking about yesterday, um, you can color your power networks. You know, I tend to use yellow for anything coming off the solar panels and the main battery. Yeah. Right. And then I split my networks off to, depending on what it is, an APU or a transformer. And then that's where the color changes, right? I color the transformer to the room that's there. But yeah, tool manufacturing done. So what we need, we have silicon now. I want to get the water going. So we're going to make some insulated pipes. Insul. We need steel. I should almost make a stacker just so we can split this stuff up. What are you doing, Josh? Steel. Insul. Insulated pipe. Let's just make 10 maybe. I don't think we're gonna need much more than that. We'll need more than that when we go to set up the water. I can show you what these pipes will do if you don't put a stacker on them. 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9. See how messy it'll get in here? Okay. Now, where was that? In here? Yeah. So, again, this is just temporary. We'll probably end up moving it. Or not. We'll see what happens. I believe. Yeah. See how the numbers 1 and 2. I can't do that. Anyway, that is right side up. Probably need a little bit of room. Put that there. Oh my gosh. All right, chat. I printed gas pipe, not insulated liquid pipe. All right, we'll use it. We'll use it. Search. it won't go to waste. Insulated liquid pipe. Eight. Nine. Oop, one more. Okay, and what that's going to do is you see the temperature in there is 293 Kelvin, or if you do the math, subtract 273, you're going to get 19, almost 20 degrees Celsius, right? So that's going to keep that water temperature in the pipe. Actually, I can show you. At the same temp. See that? And then we just need, I believe the power comes from underneath. 5, 10, 15. We're going to need a couple more cables. Is there a shorter run? No. Right, we'll keep it nice and neat here. I believe it's right there. Oh. Okay. You ready for the most beautiful sound in Stationeers, guys? You now made water and refilled your water bottle. Whoop whoop. Okay. Turn that off, conserve power. So, remember what I said in, gosh, I believe it was the first episode, right? We went over the general rules of survival, you know? First things we got was first rule of general rule of survival is shelter. Well, we've got that done, right? And then second one is water, and now we've got that done. So We're on a roll. Next stop is food. And I think we're actually doing okay on supplies for the moment. I think we got a whole nother box we haven't even touched yet. Yeah. Plus whatever's in there. Yeah, we're okay for a little bit. Then we can put this in there and top it off. And probably just leave it in there. Ah, there's that beautiful sound. Heck yeah, man. Actually, we just leave them both in there. And then we can keep one on us. Change that out real quick. Okay. That's done. I don't need this pipe anymore. How much iron's in here? I'm thinking, you know, what's gonna be a priority right now? Obviously, food, but we're okay on food for the moment. I kind of want to do a little bit of quality of life improvement. Furnace is not too important. We could do the advanced airlock, but I kind of want to get some light in here. I'm just hoping. Oh, that's what we can do. Search. That tree. We need gold, copper, and steel. 2010. Nope, 2020. Gold, copper, steel. Luckily, we made a bunch of that stuff. I am gonna make a stacker though, at least one. I may move this over one too. Where's our door gonna be? I tend to be linear, so I may put a door right there. I need a little bit of room for the... Yeah, I can move this over like half a block. Anyway, factory. Do we have the power for it? Yeah, hopefully. We can actually knock some devices off. Turn that off. Make sure that's off, that's off. That's off. That's off. But you know what? Look at this. Beautiful, ain't it? Water. I dig it. Just put that back in there. Turn it on. Now, eventually, right, this tank's not gonna last us. I mean, we have 70 liters of water in there right now, so we're pretty good. But eventually we're gonna have to make our own. And I tend to put that crusher in with the greenhouse for water. How are we looking here? 60%. 63 should be all right. And then what I may do is probably build another frame for that and move it out one, but maybe put another panel up. And I'll show you guys kind of what I mean by build and forget. We'll throw one more panel up, and then you'll see that once we hook it up with cable, which we're gonna need, I think. We got 5 or 9. Yeah, I'll need to make 9 more at least. Yeah, look at that. Station battery. We're going to be able to bank some power. Heck yeah, man. Oh, now that that is done, put this stuff in the... I like to be neat. We're getting there. We are getting there. So, let us build another locker. With these, there's different variants, right? Ooh, we need more iron. And each variant, the most I think it's going to require is 2. So we'll build 2, but we'll be out of iron. There's different variants. Some lockers only require 1 kit, but that locker there, which I'm going to put up, requires 2. So, and I'll probably move stuff around. These can be a bit of a pain to play. Okay, that's the way we want it. So, what I want to do is, I think these are going to be our ores. Actually, I could put the suit in here. Closer to the door. Can actually put it right there. Okay, and I want to do copper. Silicon will go there. Actually. For mining. Let's put this here. Gold can go there. Oop. That can go here. We'll keep that there. And our ice belt can go here. Can close that because we're not using it. Yeah. I'll tidy it up in here a little bit, right? But eventually, right, if I had just one locker kit, like I would put like a small one above this, and you could put like these glass sheets, these plastic sheets, you know, your frames, eventually steel sheet, you know, just a little stuff in there. And then like above here, we could put the heavy cable, right? That would clear out that spot in the locker. Put the heavy cable, or your different color cable, whatever you want, man. Keep it nice and organized in here. Oop, you know what? We have that. And then we could actually do this. Yeah. Did I grab the steel? I did not. Is it still in here? Yes. It happens. 2 steel frames. Two sheets. The 2. Skip 1. Oh, I'm gonna need 3. Right? Yeah. And we need the sheets just to weld it one time. Doesn't have to be airtight. Mainly for support. Okay, then we want... Oh, we already built it? Oh, we need one more panel. Search. Soul. Build one of those. The only reason I'm doing this because I'd like to have that extra power. I want to put lights in here so I'm not constantly using my portable light. But I want that extra power to be able to run it, because you got to remember, man, this whole setup, just that alone is 250 watts, plus whatever all these machines are using when they're running. So, about noon, hopefully, we're not going to get it wired up before it sets, but any extra power we can bank is going to help us in the long run. Be able to use machines more often, put lights up, other stuff. Okay, then grab a... Actually, I'm gonna put this down. No, I'm gonna put this down first. Then put that down. So I need 1 glass sheet. Okay. This is nice. This is nice. Ah. Do it that way. 1 and 3. Lock helmet. No. Close helmet. Lock helmet. Probably turn that off for now. Going well. Going better than it did yesterday. It took 2 hours to figure this crap out. Oh, my apologies. We got her though, man. You know, and sometimes you do stupid things. That's kind of the nice thing about Stationeers, you know. It'll tell you, hey, dummy, you know. Troubleshoot. That's all you gotta do. I didn't make cable. So, yeah, before I disconnect those, I kind of want the cable first. So, we're gonna need... What? 15, maybe 18. Let's just do 20, call it good. 20 and 20. And and we'll be able to demonstrate build and forget. I probably need steel again, which is in there. Perfect. Cable. I'm going to... I think I've got one in here. If I got one, I'll just leave it there. Kind of a placeholder. I'll just do 20. 20 and 20. What we could do while we're waiting on that, it's going to take a bit. I don't know if I can build it right now. No, I need iron. I know some of you guys don't mind mining. Yeah, see the fun just said. During stream, but sometimes, man, it just depends on what you're after. That could take a while to get resources. You gotta find it and then you gotta mine it. Think 15 grams in there. Was it 10 for the stacker? We're gonna end up having to get iron. 18. 19. 20, and that's done. Do we have enough to make another round? Ugh, we're gonna be out of copper though. It's alright, we got more. I mean, later on there'll be a mod that you can upgrade these. So, and it'll print them out faster. Well, that's all we're getting from that. It's alright, we got a... Hopefully we have enough. We might. Yeah, we got plenty of copper though. And gold for that. Okay. Close helmet, block helmet. Since it's dark, we're not too worried about disconnecting our power. Because right now it's not producing anything. So, there we can pull the panel off. And, whoops. Yeah, just throw your drill on the ground. And disassemble it. And then all I'm doing is just giving it space so that this panel doesn't cast a shadow on that one, right? So we can... I just need to take the bend out of this and make it straight. Right? And then leave a gap. Do we have enough? We do. Flip around to the other side. Okay, so watch. If that was a new panel, see how it's lining up with that one there? Build and forget, man. So they should be the same angle. Oh, I don't have a wrench to see. But it's looking like they are. And then we put this one up.
Waste tank caution.
There. Build and forget, man. We can keep adding panels and they'll recharge our our battery quicker. Yeah. Beautiful, ain't it? Now where to put the battery? Should put it, gosh, could put it just right here. Because where's our outlet? Everything's going out that way. Actually, we should probably build a frame. Could build a frame off of this. And then run it to the battery input. Is that even doing anything, that cable? I guess I didn't clean it up, huh? Just a cable not doing anything right there. It's alright, we can get rid of it. It's just a straight, it's not hooked to anything. Anyway. We could put a frame right here. And then our power generation side, which is from the panel, the generator, and the wind turbines, would go into the battery inlet and then come out the other side and then tie in with this cable here. So we just need one more frame. Sorry about the noise. Just one more frame. Be good to go. One more frame, one more sheet. Oh, and F1. That tree. What do we need to construct it? So, one frame, 3 steel sheets, and we'll have everything else. Hopefully we can get this done before the sun comes up. Oops. not too worried about it right now, because the sun's not up. So I just need to cut this away, I believe. Oops, sun's coming up. Get this up pretty quick. Place the battery down. Okay, so there's the output side. There's the input side. It don't matter, I guess, where on this frame. Could actually put it right there so we can look through the window and see the battery level, right? So to see what we need to build it. And a screwdriver, I think it said. Boom. Easy peasy. So we'll clean up this cable. Yeah. Because that's going to be a straight coming off of this into here. And if you're not sure, right, that says input. So. And then you have to turn it on. So now that's taking in power, and just in the nick of time, that sun popped up over the horizon there. And then we just tie this in with our main line. Nope, not that way. That way. There. Now we've got... Now we're tied in with everything else, right? So now that... all our generation is feeding the battery, and the battery's feeding the base, right? And eventually we can color this stuff. You know, whatever. Yellow, orange, don't matter. I think the default is red, so... and we didn't mess with... because I believe that's coming off the APU for the base. Yeah, and eventually we can just give the solar panels their own APU when we can make the, I believe it was in-bar. And they'll have battery backup. Right now they're running off the base power. So hopefully, just check. Yeah, 99% efficiency. That is great. And they're producing just over 500 watts, almost 550 each. It's not a lot on Mars, but it's something, you know? So we've got, just say 1,500 watts total going into that battery right now. And we're using 250. So we're, 250 solid, right? I actually don't know what those... yeah, plus the doors, yeah. So we're probably using about... well, we can check if I have it. I do. My point is, as long as we're producing more than we're using. Yeah, so we're wow, that's crazy. That's all we're using. Uh-oh, 130 watts on this network. The other one's probably higher. Yeah, see that? 500, dude. That's what's being generated currently. Nope, that ain't right. Because we're doing 1,500 right there. Maybe that's the potential power use. Right now it only requires 60 for whatever's on inside. Got the arc furnace is 5. Yeah, all those 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah. I can't see what's on the bottom. Yeah, so it's adding up what's currently on and in use. But it looks like we have the potential for 600 kilowatts of power. That's if everything was on inside. Which it's not. Alright, so water done, battery done and charging. Let's do some lights. What do you guys think? Light this place up a bit. If we turn that back on. Yeah, we could do that too, I suppose. Can I make the stuff though? What's that indicator? Hydration. We fixed that though, didn't we, folks? We are set. Look at this. Beautiful, man. Okay. So we're going to try for the advanced airlock. Yeah, let's give it a go. I don't know if we can. Yeah, we should be able to. So we're going to need. We've got the. Oh, yeah, we're going to need all this stuff. We're going to need one more active vent, one more passive vent, the advanced airlock chip, and I believe that's it. Maybe some more cable. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I believe that's it. The thing that concerns me is the advanced airlock chip. Oh, shoot, we're golden. Just need copper. Which we have plenty of. I have to go outside. If I gotta do that, I'm gonna do it the easy way. See how much heat we got in that furnace. Probably not much. I don't think so. I think it's 600 Kelvin per copper. Yeah. Just a little boost is all she needs. And I don't have my ice. So, give her a little boost. We'll just do probably two and one. Oh, that was my copper, you dingus. There we go. Much faster that way, isn't it? I'm actually going to need my suit to set the rest of this stuff up. What did our battery do? Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, might actually be there still. Yep. Okay, so that's done. I think the vents are made in the other one. We can put this up. We don't need it anymore. I think it's made here. And iron? I'm gonna do that off stream. I won't bore you guys with that. Hopefully we can get done what we need with what we got right now. So there's the active vent. And we're gonna need a passive vent. And then pipe. Okay. Oh, yep. We're gonna have to start labeling stuff. I think that was in here. Yeah. All right. So this is gonna be now because there's gonna be two, right? And this has to be able to tell the difference. This will be our interior vent. Yeah. Yep. Should be good. I'll probably need that here in a minute. All right. So we kind of keep them. Just thinking. I don't really want my pipe going this way, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I think I've got cable there though. So if we just put this here, because I want to tie into the existing network. Yeah, it's not going to look pretty. Okay, and then go back and label that. This will be our exterior vent. So we can wire it up. Yeah, I only need a little bit of cable. Pipe it. And then come back inside and we'll mess with the advanced airlock circuit board. Okay. There's that. I kind of want to... Because that passive vent has to be mounted out here. I mean, it doesn't matter. I try to keep things neat. I don't think I can put that there. Huh. Perfect. Ah. All right. So what's going to happen now, I've explained this before, is if this was working and we were to cycle to interior, right? It's going to shut that door. This vent is going to suck this room to a vacuum, right? And pipe Mars's atmosphere back out. And then this vent is going to take the atmosphere from in there and pipe it into this room. Okay, so I'm going to turn this. Oh, we're going to need our disc. Let me do this real quick. Where did I put it? There it is. Okay. Cycle that back to exterior. I'm going to put that right there for now. All right. We'll turn this off. So right now we have a basic control board in there. See? So if we swap that out, now we create an advanced airlock. Whoop. And if we take our configuration disk, plop it in there. Remember how we set this up last time? Well, now we're going to have two different options. So what it's looking for is the exterior door, right? So there's the exterior door. Now it wants the interior door, which is the hab entrance. And it wants the exterior active vent, which obviously we've labeled it that, is that one. And then the interior vent. And of course, the gas sensor for all this. So that's set up. The neat thing is right now it's going to try and pressurize this airlock to 101 kPa. In order for this to go fast, right, we know our external pressure is going to be 2 kPa because that's what Mars is. Okay? But in order for this to speed up the process, we can actually change that to 0. Right? So let's see how this goes. Turn that off. That. So now if we cycle to interior, because we got 2 kPa atmosphere in here via Mars. So if we hit the if we hit the door, screw the panel. We don't even need to worry about that anymore. It's a little faster, you know, but we're not messing with this anymore. It'll be keypad, boom, done. helps if you turn things on. And I think we're good on... Ooh, don't do that. Power generation, so we can close that. So, we got the advanced airlock set up. That is done now. Quality of life done there. So we take our to-do list, and you just get rid of... No. Get rid of this. Move this up. Whoop. Too much. Quality of life. Water's done. We could do... Quality of life. Automate the arc furnace. We could do interior lights. Right, but what we really need to do is get the greenhouse up. There. Greenhouse should be our next priority, and then just quality of life improvements. That I'm actually gonna take care of the lights right now. Look at that. That's a sense of accomplishment, you know? Panels are tracking. You gotta... We're banking power, man. That is a sense of accomplishment. And this. Water, dude. Water. Water, water, water. That is the most beautiful sound in Stationeers, is that water. Helmet. Oh, we're running out of O2. We gotta get that squared away, too.
Power low. Airtight critical.
So, since we're gonna be in here for a bit. Let us build some lights. Oh, I hope I have the material. Trying really hard not to. Mine. How much iron do we have around between the machines? Got 3 in there. We just don't have much. And I forget how many it takes. I think it's more than 1 light kit for some of the bigger ones. I don't think. We've got spare filters, right? Yeah, in case. Okay, sit and think about this for a minute. So, if I put a row of lights here, it's quite a bit actually. Let's just do minimal right now. 1, maybe 2, 3, 4. Should we go this way with it? Lengthwise? Widthwise? Go widthwise. If we don't like it, we'll change it. And we're gonna need cable. Damn.
Hunger caution.
Yeah, we'll get there. I'm gonna need a lot more cable than that. I'm just gonna burn it all. Okay, so if we go this way, I kind of want to be able to see. Almost thinking right here. Kind of along that line. So like right here maybe? Like long, angled, wide. And we want to go this way. That gonna work? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then we could put one more here. Or do we space it? Nah. Actually. Yeah, that won't be bad. We'll try that. Okay, that's for that. And then we can put one on this line, kind of right here. Flip it around so the cable, minimal cable usage. That looks pretty good, huh? Ooh, I almost want one right here, man. Because I think if I put it here, it's not going to be enough. I almost want it here. On that line, right? I have to flip that around. And it's not in the right place. Angle wide. I'll flip that way. Think right there? Yeah. Yeah, we'll go what? I'm not gonna have enough cable. You know what we could do? I promised you guys I'd do this. I had the copper. Does this have gold? Is it okay on gold? It doesn't have any gold. I think we could keep the steel in there. We'll do that too, because if we need copper in a pinch, man, we can just throw that up. You know, throw it in there and smelt it right quick. Alright. Let us see what we can do about wiring that in real quick. At least get... At least get these wired in. And I think we can actually tie in off of this cable. So, what was she complaining about? We'll just take care of that real quick. Nice to be able to refill that water bottle. The most beautiful sound in Stationeers, man. How's that Ronnie Millsap song go? Any day now. Hopefully that's not a copyright issue. I don't do it near as well as he does. Taking too long. Might change that to 0 as well. Okay, so assuming we're not gonna fry a cable doing this, and we shouldn't, because that's... What the hell was here? Oh, that solar panel we started out with. Clean this up. Okay, so that is a junction, which means it's a 3-way. So if we do this, whatever's on the other side of that should have power. That's all running. So we just want to go up. Okay. So what we can do... That's poor placement. I try to use the frames, but whatever. We do not have enough cable to hook that one in. That was all there was? I thought I had 4 lights. There it is. Yeah, still don't have enough. So we need... Oh, 6 or 7 there. 10 or 20 cable. I would have to activate that furnace. We'll just do it out here then. And I'm actually going to change this. To 0. All right, but click, click. We got light. Hey, that works pretty good. I can see this. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. Well, there's there's copper right there. I don't know why there was gold in there. Gold's usually used in here. Got plenty of that though. Well, throw it in there, I guess. What'd we say? 20, guess on it. Ah! Jeez. Like one more to get rid of that half a gram. Okay, but that furnace, so we can just do that in here without freaking... We need this. And we got enough. I need 2 of those, I think. A logic plot reader and a logic writer, because I've only got the one over furnace. Stop. While we're out. Oh, wait, I need one more. Okay. We'll mess with that in a bit. This way. We don't need the airlock chip anymore. We're gonna wire in the rest of our lights. Eventually, we can put them on a switch, too. You know, turn them off. Or proximity sensor, even. If it detects your... Well, proximity or occupancy. If it detects a person in the room, that's kind of what I tend to do. If it detects a person in the room, you can have these lights go off, right? And because they're the same type, we can use the same logic to batch right to every light that is... a wide light. And then we'll go this way. Whoop. Do that. There. All our lights are wired. Now, I can show you that... Ugh, I'm gonna need cable again. Mate. Oh, there's cable here. That's the power side, right? Yep. That's alright, we're good. We are good. Okay, so... In order for these to work... I'm gonna do it this way. Wait, I have to read from there. But then I gotta go back to it. And we'll just loop it. I need a logic reader. No. We need a slot reader. Okay, because we want the input slot here. And then we want the logic writer. If you had more than one furnace, you could do a batch writer, right? Because batch writing writes to every device of the same type. So if we wire this in, we might have enough. Okay, and then we want this. I don't know, man. I don't know about this. Probably not going to have enough. We are not. Because I have to tie in to that power cable that's there. That's okay. Hey, our battery's looking good. Look at that. Hell yeah. But that's habit now, because we've been doing it for so long. Got a couple minutes here. We'll finish this setup. I promised I'd show it to you guys. And then I'm going to call it an episode. So I think for next time, yeah, we're going to have all that. We'll just work on the greenhouse, man. Get some food growing. 9, 10. Oh yeah, we could turn these on. Boop, boop. See how it looks in here. Hey, look at that. Light. Yeah, because I mean, even though the sun's out, it's still dark in here, man. See that? It's pretty dark in here. So. Lighten up the base. Don't hit the button. Use the keypad. And then we can just kind of tie in off of the power there if we can reach it. What do you mean you can't reach it? Placement is blocked by arc furnace. Ah. What the heck, man? That's kind of dumb. I guess go out this way and in. Don't think there's anything right there. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you cross data connections, but you definitely don't want to cross your input and output for power. Right? Because this is just input. But you can loop this stuff if you have to. Alright. Goes there. That goes there. Alright, so what we want to do is read. Let's see, we want the arc furnace, and we want the import slot. I believe those are the only ones. Yep. And we want the occupied, right? So if we toss something in the chute, okay, it goes into the import slot. It's going to detect that something's there, occupied. So we come in to the writer from the slot reader back out to, is this where we do? It's going to be the arc furnace. It has to be. Where is it? Did we not loop it back in? We did not. Hopefully I got enough cable for this. I should. Troubleshooting. There we go. Bet you it works now. Okay, in from the slot reader. Back out to the arc furnace. There she is. And what we want to do is we want to activate it, right? We want to hit that button without having to come all the way out here and do that. So we should be good now. So if we turn that on and that on. I'll get there eventually. I'll start using that button. Okay, so just to test it, I've got 1 gram of iron in here. So if we pop that in, see that? Completely automated now. So if we need some let's put a light over here too. If we need some iron, just quick passing in a hurry without having to go outside, we can do that from in here, man. Going to replace this. That off. Jump out of my suit. What are you doing, man? And I think that's gonna do it for today. Well, let's grab our labeler and update our to-do list. I think it's in the locker, actually. Yep. So we did some quality of life, which is always nice. It's nice to treat yourself once in a while. Get rid of that. Just hopefully that updates it. Confirm. Yeah. So next episode, let's try and build the greenhouse, man. We'll frame it up, wall it in. I'm gonna do some. I'm probably gonna do quite a bit of mining off camera here. I gotta call the wife though. I may get some more silicon, definitely some iron, probably some more stuff to make steel for you guys. Because we're gonna need quite a bit of steel, we're gonna end up building a whole nother room. I think I may just build the copper and gold. And if it's okay with y'all, I may build that mining bag, or a couple of them, right? Just to kind of clean this up. We can get a mining bag for each ore, right? And then print one out for me to go mining with. I may do that off camera. So it'll look a little more organized in here tomorrow when I see you. But we'll get the greenhouse going. Airlock through there. We'll actually might move this setup. Or leave it. We'll figure it out. But we'll build the greenhouse, get food going. That'll be our next priority. So, Thanks for stopping in and watching. If you watch later, I get a lot of you guys that will catch this later on after I'm live. I appreciate that. Hopefully you're learning something. Um, and taking something away from it. Make sure everything's off. I don't need that on anymore. But we lit up the base. That's nice. That's gonna. That's nice. And look at that battery. Beautiful. And we made the most beautiful sound in Stationeers, you know. Um, but yeah, thanks again, guys, for your support. Tune in tomorrow, 4 p.m. local for me, 8 Eastern. I think it's midnight GMT. Hope to see you then. Y'all take care, be safe. And we'll catch you on the next one. Good night.